Everyone, good evening. Welcome to Talking Reds. It is Friday night. That means one thing and one thing only. It is Redzone. Myself, Derry, in the building for a Redzone for another Friday night to give you all the latest Liverpool news from the week. So, if anyone joined us on a Friday night before, Redzone is we cover what has happened in the week. So, Isak, Gehi, Barcola, much more come out this week regarding Liverpool and transfers. Before we get into the comments and into the chat between myself and Derry, make sure you do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. For all your Liverpool content you can physically want this season, from everything you desire as a Liverpool fan, this is the channel for you. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel and like the video as well. So, Derry,
yeah,
Isak's situation is seemingly like going down the line now. Newcastle are actually moving for targets. They're not just wanting targets, they're actually moving for targets. Visser not in the squad for Brentford. He's probably on the way. They're going for other targets as well, including Colin Moani, which is, I think, is a very good sign if they got him over the line. But yeah, all we care about is making that way for one man and one man only.
yeah, It's I don't know. I had a weird dream yesterday night. That we had signed Isak like this week. It was like 2 days later on Sunday we had signed Isak. But I was thinking, yeah, obviously I'm getting too excited. It's gonna happen, but just take your time with it. And then all of a sudden, boom, Newcastle start moving. However, with the Kolo Muani thing, I don't think he's actually a target. I've read lately that he wants to. Even I kind of thought that myself because he stated earlier this month saying that or maybe the ending of last month, that he wanted to go to Juventus and leave Paris. So I was a bit like, why would they go for someone that already has kind of made his mind up where he wants to go? You're going to put yourself in the same situation as you did with Sesko. Why would you go and put yourself in that scenario when you haven't got that much time to play around with, really?
Yeah.
So, I was a bit annoyed by that. Like, it really annoyed me that they went. Yeah, hopefully they didn't. Apparently, there's no talks going on, but it just really annoyed me that they had their name just ringing around this situation, because it's like you're gonna do the same thing again. You're gonna get rejected, and then
You're
we're
wasting
gonna end
time.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just hope Nicholas Jackson is really out of the squad for tonight, because
Him
things have moved.
and Nkunku both out of the squad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that that has happened because, and well, Fabrizio has said between Chelsea and Nicholas Jackson, that relationship is officially over. So if he's saying that, that means the closest team to get his signature is Newcastle. So let's just
They
hope
literally have
that.
like like a free run at it right now. Just fucking get it done. You just get it done. What you're doing. Don't piss around now with this because you got a free run at Jackson. And
Yeah,
I think he actually do well at Newcastle. I think he's if he has no competition, he's got also too much competition now at Chelsea. He got João Pedro and Liam Delap in front of him.
yeah,
But I think he can do all right at Newcastle, being the main man, build around him a little bit. I think he's got something. When people talk about like the worst strikers in the league, and they talk about Nunes and Højlund up there as well, I think Jackson does have actually something. He was brilliant for Porto before he came to Chelsea, and I think he can do well at Newcastle. And Newcastle actually looking at that other Porto striker, aren't they, as well? The young lad,
from Porto,
Samu Agahoa. Yeah,
Agahora. Yeah,
Agahoa. So they're looking at him as well. So they are looking to bring in at least two strikers. Visser, we said the other week that actually Visser's pretty much. I think that's going to be a done deal for me for Newcastle. Is falling out with Brentford. Is gone AWOL just like Isak did. He's out of the Brentford squad tonight. I don't
and
know
they're
if he's played
talking
tomorrow.
to. They've got a new target, haven't they?
Yeah. So I think Visser will get done. So either one of Agahoa or Jackson is all right for me. They could even get all three at this point.
No, but we want it to be Jackson because he's Premier League proven ish, and he is he is a threat in front of the goal. So he will be the closest thing to a replacement for
Yeah, so they're more comfortable letting him go. Yeah.
because if they keep him, if they don't go for Jackson and they go for this Agahoa dude, they're not gonna let Isak go just like that, bro.
You not think? Even if they got
Nah.
this so well as well?
No.
Nah,
Isak,
I do. If they
Isak,
get two of them.
the name of Isak alone, forget about his talent.
I get that.
You can't just say a guy from Porto who's 21 is just going to be his replacement, and because you got Isak, no, you have to get Jackson and Isak, and then the rest will do it itself. It's pretty straightforward, really. You get a name that is known in the Premier League, people are going to say, okay, cool, we got at least two dangerous strikers. At least we'll get close to the amount of goals that Isak scored so far, really, because he scored like 27 in all competitions. Jackson, how many goals did he score in the league? I'm sure he hit double figures.
It must be, yeah, about 9 or 10, I think it was. Yeah, about 9 or 10. I'll have to go back and look for certain. But
I'm
yeah,
sure he hit double figures.
we're doing the same for Salah, really, because obviously Salah's going to go in 2 years' time. And that's why we're not going to get a right winger that's going to score like that. It's as simple as that. There's very rare you get wingers like that score like that.
You know,
This is why we're looking at this. I'm looking at Isak, though. This is why we're looking at Isak. He's got first time goals elsewhere.
This is not going to be a popular statement, right?
Go on.
But I am not the maddest fan of Salah. Like, I honestly believe that, you see that first season, if he did not hit that first season the way he did, he wouldn't have these amount of goals that he has now. That first season set him in such a way that he just scores 15 to 18 goals every season. So his numbers are just going to go up and up and up and up and up. And then when you're playing with the likes of Mane, Firmino, Gini, Robertson and Trent in their prime, this guy's going to be tapping in goals left, right, and centre. But he wasn't just doing that. He was missing so many chances. It's crazy. For someone that's supposed to be our greatest, a great goal scorer, don't get me wrong, he is. But it's weird. He's the most inconsistent player I've ever seen in my life. When I look at him play, there's times when I'm like, this guy is unstoppable. And then there's like other times where it's like, he doesn't even look like he plays football. It's weird. He does some weird things. His right foot looks better than his left sometimes. And it's just like, how is this guy our top scorer? But again, you can't take anything away from the amount of goals that he scored and the players that are around him.
And especially last season as well, adding obviously more creativity to his game as well.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And I think last season was his best, apart from maybe the first season that he played. This season that's just gone was his best one, because I feel like he was in control of everything that he produced. Like, the first season was more aggression, youth, and pace, and just hit it on target and it's going in. And moments of brilliance, of course. But this season that just gone, the assists, the way he did it, the goals that he scored, the times that he was scoring, the last minute goals and shit like that, for me, that was his best season.
Liverpool Republic says here, everyone smash the like button, boys. For the boys, please. This podcasting is not easy as it looks. You know what? I think it's everything that comes with it, actually, Liverpool Republic. That I don't mind. I think the hosting, like anyone that goes back to when I was first a guest on LC Transfer Room, I was shitting bricks. If I'm honest, the first ever appearance. Now I think the hosting becomes natural, but it's everything that comes with it that makes it a harder job. Like the thumbnails, do all the thumbnails, all the upload and all the editing, and doing the socials as well, and the TikTok as well. It is a lot, but hopefully it does come to fruition at some point. Doing a great job, boys. Well done. Love the pod. Thank you so much, mate. But yeah, get your comments in on tonight. Obviously, Isak, I've put it in the thumbnail. Is he coming? Is Is coming. I put is coming actually. I put is coming. Isak is coming. And I believe that is actually going to be true now. I think there's too much happened between Newcastle and Isak for it not to happen now. And it's one of those, and it's like, the player gets his own way, and he gets that move, so it's going to piss Newcastle fans off. But I think the only outcome on this and the conclusion for everyone to be happy is if Newcastle get their targets, we get Isak, and that's that. I just think they're stalling a little bit. I think they're stalling a little bit because they don't want to play against him on the 25th.
Yeah.
They don't want to play against him.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. I believe they don't want to play against him. I believe that if it was dealt with, I believe Newcastle have dealt with it professionally in the public. Behind the scenes is a different story because there's too much views from different people on what they think has happened. And if you just go on what a lot of the journalists have said, Newcastle have taken the piss. Really. They have taken the piss. But again, in public, on camera, in front of the, oh, it's okay. Sorry, I thought I saw something.
Go on.
Yeah.
We do have that section later on for Derry's sources, so that is coming, guys. That is coming. Derry's sources back later on. So if you've seen something that needs to be said, it will be said later on. Don't you about that?
Yeah. Yeah. So I just think that it was handled in public. It was handled professionally, but it was difficult for it to just stay that way because when the player himself has openly said he wants to leave, where it's kind of weird because he hasn't publicly said that. It's just a lot of people saying Isak said this or Isak is doing this or he's doing that, but you ain't heard one word from him, which is quite cool from him because then he can't go back and if he signs or when he signs, he can just say what he wants to say about Liverpool. And he doesn't have to say anything about Newcastle in a negative way. Do you know what I mean? Just keep it professional from his side. I think he's done all right. He's kept quiet and he's done what he's had to do. Everything else is what he said or she said. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't worry, Jen. It's coming. It is coming. Towards the end of the show, Derry's houses will be up. We need a little jingle. Derry can produce a little jingle for us.
A little bit of barbecue on that.
Dundee's horses. So there we go. But yeah, I do. I agree with Bruno what he said here. I don't want this to drag out until August the 30th. I don't think it will drag out, if I'm honest, because like I've been saying all the time, Newcastle need to get their shit done. As simple as that. They've got Elanga in, that's it. So they need to get a midfield. They're looking at Paqueta. They're looking at Conor Gallagher, I think I saw earlier. So look at them.
Looking at Paqueta.
Yeah. Lucas Paqueta. Yeah, so looking at him, looking at Conor Gallagher. They're looking at a defender. And they're also looking at forward. So they need to get their business done. So the quicker they get the business done, the better for them. So Isak out. And the better for us because what we are playing with here is the fact that Isak has not played a game yet.
Yeah.
He's not played any preseason matches. He's not done any team training. He's going to be back 2, 3, 4 matches.
But that's not a big problem. That's not a big issue.
It does help that we've got Ekitike now.
Huh?
It does help that we've got Ekitike now.
Yeah, and the thing is, a player like Isak, it would have been great if he was here from the beginning. That's fine, because then it would be all the hype would have been done by now. But all that's happening now is when he signs, everyone's going to be waiting for that first game. And that pressure, I don't feel like it's going to be something that he can't handle. I feel like if anything, it's gonna make him a monster. It's gonna make him a monster, and then we're just gonna bring out a striker that everyone knew had the potential to be the greatest. But now we're about to show it.
Imagine us unveiling him at St. James's Park on Monday night. We don't say out.
Say that again.
Imagine us unveiling him at St. James's Park that Monday night. Imagine like buying it like 2 weeks after the Bournemouth game, right? And we unveil. We don't say anything. We say I signed like at 5 o'clock on that Monday night, and we unveil him in front of St.
That'd be crazy. I sent one of my mates a tweet the other day, and I was like, imagine if in the final in the charity show, the community show, the Community Shield finals going on, and Gary and whoever the commentators might be. I just use Gary Neville and Carragher, and Gary's like, while in the game, he's just like, hold on, Carragher, and then Carragher's like, what? And he's like, Liverpool's just signed Alexander right in between the game while they commentated. That would be a fucking amazing day. Imagine that. That would be one of football's greatest fucking moments.
It would, like, all the watch-alongs would be absolutely amazing to watch as well if that comes up, because the game wouldn't mean anything at that point. It sort of means something anyway, but it's a charity shield. But you know what I'm saying? It don't really mean much, but it actually become fully irrelevant if that happened.
Yeah, he's coming, mate. Don't worry about that. He's coming. Yeah?
Well, what I've heard, I'm taking a piss here, by the way. What I've heard is that he's coming back on the coach on Sunday with Liverpool. So he's going with Palace, coming back with Liverpool. just cut out the middle, man. It's pointless doing all this fly over here, fly over there. Oh, we'll do a medical here. Sorry, all Sunday. Come back with us.
That would be hilarious.
We'll take all the documents down with us. We'll take his medical staff, so the medical's done down as well. Or Wembley could use their medical staff as well. But yeah, get it done. I'll be waiting for the interview. Which interview, Jen? Oh, for the Isak interview. Oh yeah, that Isak sign is going to hit like nothing has ever hit before, and that Isak goal against Newcastle is going to hit like major. Like, Newcastle fans are already meltdown as it is. If Isak scores against them, it's going to be.
I'm just waiting for that first 3 words from whoever breaks that news that Alexander Isak has signed for Liverpool. I can't wait to see that.
Well, you might even break it first, Derry. We have sources, so
you never know, mate. You never know.
Who needs an Italian journalist called Romano when we've got Derry sources coming up later on? Will I'm in the chat as well. We need just Newcastle to get in one already, and I think we will get at least be able to start negotiating. Yeah, I mean, if you get one in, at least negotiations can start. It might not fully go over the line, but I think as soon as they get Visser over the line, as soon as they get a Jackson over the line, that's it. That's the green light we've been waiting for.
Yeah, you just need Jackson first, though. We really need Jackson to go first.
I think this is going to be done first, just the way it's going. And who knows? Bayern Munich might come for Jackson.
They're in court for what?
Palace currently in court. Oh, over the Europa League thing.
The what?
The Europa League thing, aren't they? They're trying to overturn the Europa League situation. Obviously, being owned by the same owners as Lyon. They've been kicked out of the Europa League, haven't they, into the Conference League. So they're trying to overturn that. So they deserve the Europa League football because they won the FA Cup. I reckon we're going to get Isak after we've played Newcastle Scouts. Where, you know what? It makes sense in terms of Newcastle not playing against him, but it doesn't make any sense in terms of their business because they need to get business done. That's the last week of transfer window. We play them on the Monday, and the transfer window ends that week.
Yeah, but they can still get their business done and hold on.
They're pushing it right to the limit. They pushed it. If they need that Isak money, they need that Isak transfer to happen to start spending elsewhere. Then they're leaving it last minute. That is literally husbands on a Christmas Eve shopping. That is too late. Get your shopping done early. As Newcastle forever it is mad for me. We should ask Piff to sell us. It's a joke. They're strengthening our rivals. Well, that's just the club Newcastle are out there. I mean, that's where you are at the moment. And I think a lot of Newcastle fans are finding out right now. And I've said this before. Look, if Newcastle do it right, if Newcastle sell Isak, for example, and they go and strengthen elsewhere in the team, they can push on. They can literally push on. They can use this as a continuing moment and push on. And if they want to be at the top with the big dogs, then they've got to do it naturally. Now, this is why I don't agree. This is why PSR is in. We said this last night. The reason why PSR is in is because it doesn't allow billionaires to come and just take over a club and go to the top straight away. That's why PSR is in. You've got to progress to the top naturally. And I think Newcastle have the foundations to do that. It just might take a while. That's the issue. Liverpool and Man United have built over years and decades to where they are. That's why they have got the fan base that they've got and all the commercial side of things. But yeah, I mean, good luck to him this season. Just give us Isak. That's all we ask for. Because they need to get Champions League football again.
I think Newcastle have got to the spot that they are in fairly quickly, to be fair.
Yeah, and they were like relegation battles, weren't they? That's long.
Yeah. And the team that they've gathered together is a pretty it's a pretty powerful team. Like they haven't got much of a weakness. Um, Call my channel Derry Sources. One day I'll think about it, mate.
He's gonna come out with his own sources. He's gonna come out with his own source collection.
Yeah, barbecue, first
Yeah.
place. Yeah, I think they've got a decent team enough to go. I mean, stay in the top four at least for a while, if they get those two in after they've let go of Isak. Well, we'll see what happens.
Thank you so much, Jen, for your contribution. You don't have to ever contribute to the channel, guys, but I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You guys do enough anyway, Jen especially. You guys do enough in the comments. You do enough for liking the shows and sharing the shows. You are absolutely amazing, you guys. Thank you so much for that. So Barcola this week, David. Barcola came out this week. See, I like Barcola. I was a big fan of him when he was at Lyon. Obviously, PSG is overlooked, and that's not on him at all. Really, he's overlooked because the Doué's there, Kvaratskhelia is there, and Dembele's there, so he's going to be overlooked. He's not going to get the minutes he deserves. But again, at Liverpool, if you're looking at left wing specifically, I'm happy with Gakpo. I'm happy with Rio. But at Lyon, it was right wing mainly. So it is good competition if we didn't get Isak, but Isak's still obviously number one option for me.
I was thinking that he was going to be an addition to Isak, playing on the right wing.
Do you think we'd pay that much for both? Yeah.
Huh?
Do you think we'll pay that much for both?
We got the money to spend.
I know we have got the money, but you got to remember. I know we've always had the money.
We've got the money to spend. I don't think anybody understands what's happening right now. We saved a lot of money and made a lot of money. And I'm not talking about just like 102 million here and there. We made shit tons of money. And we've sold so many players. So it's like, where you think that we might have just spent too much, bro, that's money that we've just sold players on. Like, this is just, you don't even know how much, like, how the money is structured. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
people are
Installments. Yeah.
We don't even know that. So if we just bought Verts, right, and then we went to go and buy Ekitike, that just tells you that we've got money in the bank. Because you don't just like go and get Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, Ekitike, and then say, oh, we sold Nunes, so we need to get another top quality striker and a top quality winger. You don't say that if you ain't got the money to spend.
Oh, we've always had the money there, Derek. We've always had the money.
We always had it. But we just needed the right players. You know, when we used to say this, oh, Liverpool will only go into the market if we had the right players. If the right player shows up, right? Our strategy was getting the right player for what the system is now. And then if these people can do what they have to do and get us into the situation where we're getting money for being in these situations, if we can do that consistently without buying players, when the time comes to explode, we are really going to explode. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We won the Premier League without buying anyone. We spent like the 8 or 10 million on Chiesa, and we can sell him for more. Like, the businessmen behind this are real shooters, bro. They are aiming for the head only. This transfer market is just, they're not playing. So it's like they just thought, okay, we've let them get what they need to get. We've let all these other teams get what they needed to get all over the season. and now it's our turn. We're gonna go for the guys that people can't even touch because they ain't got the money. We've got it now. So we're going for the ones that nobody can touch. And guess what? When we do that, we're going to be untouchable.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
The super team of England. They've got that over there in Spain. Let them have that. Real Madrid can hold that. They're great with that. But we're different. We're different. We're a different team. We're different energy. We're different Bulldogs. So they ain't got Anfield, right? Real Madrid ain't got Anfield. No one's got Anfield, just us. And everybody knows what happens when you come there. So when you've got elite players and that stadium, oh mate.
I don't think we've had really. If we get Gehin, right? If we get Gehin and then we get an Isak in, I don't think we've had such a superstar team as a whole. I mean, going back to when we won the league with the unbelievable side, we had Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Anderson, unreal side. Bobby, Mane, Salah. The back line was class. The front line was class. Obviously, midfield was very hard working, but it wasn't like big name, like it wasn't a Verts.
None of them were big names.
No, Calvin Verts is better than, I think Fabinho was probably the best one there. I think Fabinho getting to this team now.
And he was the biggest name.
Yeah.
In that midfield. Because Fabinho played for Madrid. So it's like.
Yeah. So, but I don't think we've had a superstar team as a whole right now, as we are getting right now, as we're getting up. But I mean, we're not really. I feel sorry for Steven Gerrard looking at this sort of era right now. Steven Gerrard deserved this sort of team.
Imagine Steven Gerrard playing with Verts.
Just playing with Salah, Mane, and Bobby would have been enough.
Oh, man.
Liverpool Republic probably say, I like the way you guys work off each other. It makes it a natural good part. Thank you so much, Liverpool Republic. So myself, anyone that don't know Derry, so myself and Derry and Harmony have known each other for a long time. We started a podcast together 3 years ago, Derry. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a non-podcast. We spoke about football sometimes. It was a non-podcast. We literally spoke about everything and anything. Random stories, had a right laugh. So if you got, it's called HD Podcast. Type it in. Go watch. We want to do that again at some point, but this is a Liverpool channel right now, so this is what we do. So when Harmony comes back on, you'll see how naturally we work together as a three as well. Because we guys have known each other for quite a while. Thank you so much for subbing as well, Shiba. Adam, getting some other comments as well. Barcola won't come. He says, I don't think Barcola will come. I don't think both will come. If I'm honest, Barcola wants to stay at PSG, and PSG don't want to sell. Rodrigo again. People say he would rather Rodrigo. Again, Rodrigo it's just the wage issues is asking 250 plus potentially for him.
I never even said much on Barcola because I'm not. He's all right. Yeah, like he's all right. I'm not excited. I prefer Fofana. Fofana is the truth. I am telling you now. He's better than Rodrigo. He's better than Barcola. This kid is like. He's like Rio.
He took over Barcola, didn't he? Did he take over Barcola as well?
Yeah, he did. And this kid is like, he has the energy that Rio has. And he can play on both sides. So having those two in the team fighting for their positions would be so exciting to see. It will be like old school. When you see wingers going at defenders, making defenders do their work, because a lot of right back and left back are just attacking nowadays. They don't defend. They're just attacking. The best left back right now, apart from Kirkes, is
Mendes.
What's his name? Nah.
Mendes,
Mendes in the world. Okay, yeah, Mendes.
All right,
in the Premier League is Cucurella. What's his name again?
Cucurella.
Yeah. I hate his name. Sorry, that was really bad. I can't say his name. Cucurella. Yeah, he is an absolute beast, man. What a legend of a left back. I think he's a true left back. But I think Kirkes really. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying it because he's a Liverpool player. Kirkes is an absolute bad man. He doesn't play. I think he's as solid as they come. And he can go forward and he can go back. And we're soon to see him. with the way we play, the pace that we play at, and the freedom our left backs and our right back and left back get when there's that space when Gakpo or whoever it may be, it will probably be more Gakpo at this mostly
Yeah.
because Gakpo understands the tactical spaces that he needs to be in for Kirkis to move in. But
I
I
think
mean,
that
it
suits
depends on
Gakpo more
how.
as well because Gakpo comes inside a lot anyway.
Sorry.
It suits Gakpo more because he comes inside a lot anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, you never know how smart this kid may be. He just probably just does that because he's been allowed to be himself, play free. Because what's the point of telling a 16-year-old you have to be here, you have to be here, you have to be here in these first few preseason games? Show us what you can do, and then we'll just mold you, we'll just clean you up a little bit, so you're not taking up so much space when there needs to be Kirk is coming through.
it's funny enough, when you say Cucurella, then you couldn't say his name. It's funny how Derry, right, marrying into a Spanish family, moving to Spain, you can't say a Spanish name, right?
Mate, I've never heard the name Cucurella in my life. And you know what's funny? It's probably not even Cucurella because there's two L's before
Cucurella,
the
isn't it?
yeah, Correa.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably
Cucurella.
that.
I think it is, yeah. Bring back Sam Upia, I've seen in the chat. Bring back Sam Upia, bring on centre backs and Isak. We definitely need one centre back for me. One centre back is a non-negotiable. If we don't bring a centre back in, that is a big mistake, and it's the same mistake we made in 2021. We didn't replace Lovren. If we're waiting for Gehi next season for free, then fair enough. If we can't get him this year, it seems what else. It seems what else. You would have shot me every time, right? You're looking around like you're looking for some. He's looking for his sources. But yeah, I'm just Gehi. If he comes next season for free, then that's absolutely fine. But we've still got to get a centre back now. Whether
Yeah,
it's Leone or Cresswell, we've got to get one now. For me,
I reckon Gay's on his way. It's just not too long. I think we just need to get Isak out the way. I feel like we've had this conversation with him already, and he has verbally agreed to come to us. It's just the amount of time that we're taking to get this done. I think he trusts us to get things. Nicholas Jackson to Newcastle.
Who?
Nicholas Jackson to Newcastle. Just check if that's correct.
All right. Give me a second. Who's texted you that? Derry Sauces at it again. We're a bit early for Derry Sauces, but it's coming at live. We are live right now on Derry Sauces. Nicholas Jackson to Newcastle. Let me get it up. Let me see if I can find it. I've not seen anything yet. So Derry's even been messaged something from his sources directly, or is pulling my leg.
Oh, we'll find out in the next 10 minutes or something.
You won't get this on any other channel. I can promise you that. You will not get this on any other channel. Derry sauce is better than reggae sauce. I'm telling you now. It's better than peri sauce. It's better than peri sauce. He is coming out with different sauces this season. He's going to be challenging the best of the best in the world. Will Isak really come home? Said Bertrand. Is that Ryan Bertrand, by the way? Yeah, I do think Isak will be signing for Liverpool. I'm like 80% sure he's signing for Liverpool now. Like I said, too much has happened. To fair to Derry, it's a Catalan name, so if you don't live there, then Cucurella is not a common surname. So Willem also lives in Spain. So
there you know. It's a Catalan name.
I don't know if you live far from each other, you two, but Willem also lives in Spain as well.
Oh, does he?
What's that?
He said he lives in Spain.
Yeah, Willem does. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So his family's from Holland, and he lives in Spain, and all his family's like Feyenoord fans as well. So it's like. So the slot signing was quite good for them. Blessings, peeps. Hope all is well. Exciting times. I paid my tuition by liking. Thank you so much, Stabby. Up the likes, guys. Exactly that. That's all we ask on this channel. If we don't have to ever donate any money. Jen did early, which is absolutely thankful for that. You don't ever have to do that. All we ask for you is just hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. You'll get a message yes from me. If Newcastle has signed Chelsea player, then Isak will be announced Sunday. Come on, let's go. I still said 12th of August it'd be official. Isak. We all guessed the other week. We all did guesses in the chat as well. What date will be official? I said the 12th of August.
I say during the game.
On Sunday. It's
Yeah,
going to be
on
official
Sunday.
by Liverpool Football Club. So you're
Yeah.
telling me
Well,
there's going to be
no, not by Liverpool
oh,
Football
yeah.
Club, but by at least one of the most respected journalists. Liverpool's agreed to sign Alexander Isak.
Oh, so it'll be like a. So you're just saying Romano, aren't you? But you know what Romano's like? Romano will
No, I
say
wouldn't even
tomorrow.
say. I wouldn't even say Romano, because I've actually seen lately that a lot of people are getting it before him. So
Including Derek Sauce. Yeah, he's doing a good job. Ben Jacobs has been all right, but he got it long last week when he said the second bid won't come in, because that is going to come at some point. David Ornstein, probably. I can imagine Ornstein being one of the first, but Romano, what he does is tries to be first. Even if it's sort of, it's not a chancer, but it's like a chancer. I think he tries to be first. He knows he knows that the it's going to happen, so he tries to be first. So he says it like a day before it happens.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I told you, but you knew it was going to happen at some point. Well, Derek, lad, I'd say the same, but let's go. 15th August says Fireburn. Yeah, I mean, when it happens, it's going to break down Twitter. It's going to break a lot of Newcastle fans' hearts anyway. And I can't wait for that, because Newcastle fans deserve it right now. The crash out has been unbelievable. So, yeah, we've got a game on Sunday, guys.
Yes, we
got
do.
a game on Sunday. We have been waiting for a long time for this. It is finally, season is back on Crystal Palace on Sunday. I'm excited, you know. I don't normally get too excited for the Community Shield, because it's the Community Shield. But at the end of the day, I've missed football season. It is back, and we get to watch the Reds back in action, and all the new signs, Verts. And we finally get to see Arne Slot play his team in a proper game. Obviously, Bournemouth next Friday, a week today. Bournemouth at home. Then we've got Newcastle the week after. What are your expectations? Someone asked it last night, you know, Derek. Someone asked me last night, what are your expectations for this season? What's the bare minimum?
Honestly, I feel like we will start better than we started last season. And I feel like we'll win more trophies than we did last season. That's for sure. I think last season was a surprise to many, but I said at the beginning, before Slot came, when they were searching for a manager, and he was one of the names that they put up, I was like, this guy tactically is better than Klopp. Klopp was a very, very good, in fact, a master at man management, in terms of getting your player to believe that he could run through fire and not get burnt. And that is what Klopp had the power to do. A bit like Sir Alex Ferguson. He had the way to make an average player play on an elite
Another
level.
Yeah.
Whereas Slot has a bit of everything. He's cool, smooth with his words. The way how he knows how to speak is crazy. He could tell you so many things in so many ways, and you will understand exactly what he's talking about, because he is understanding you as a person. So every word that he says caters for you. He's not a generalizer, so he doesn't say things for, unless it's like a presser for the team, where he has to say something about the team, where he says something nice in general about the whole squad. But as an individual, if he's trying to make you understand what he needs you to understand, you're going to know and understand it very clearly. And I feel like if you've got those tools, where there's no language barrier, there's no misunderstanding. He can talk in the same detail in English and Dutch. I don't know whatever else language he knows, but I'm assuming he is that smart that he finds a way for them to understand what they need to do in detail. That's why he's getting the best out of Gravenberch. He's put Gravenberch as a 6. Klopp didn't even dream of doing that. Not because he doesn't rate him as a player, but it just, again, Klopp had so many situations that wasn't in his favour. No money, players being injured and stuff like that. So a lot of players were playing out of position. That's fine. But Slot knows what he wants and knows how he wants to play football. I never saw one player running like a madman this season. They ran when it was necessary. Soboslai looked like he had common sense now. A lot of the time last season, Soboslai was the runner. He was just the runner. Like, oh yeah, Soboslai runs good. But Soboslai was running into key areas of the pitch this season. Let's just score. Key areas, giving key passes, always tracking back and doing and making key challenges. He wasn't that guy last season. It was very inconsistent with Klopp. And this season just gone, he's turned into a new man. So he's doing that with these people. Imagine what he can do with Verts. Imagine what he could do with Ekatike. Imagine what he could do with Frimpong and Kirkes. And these guys are already dangerous.
I can say Vert's already at a level like that you want a player to be anyway at Liverpool. He's already at that level already.
Exactly. He's at the level that you're trying to teach players to get to. So imagine what you can make this guy, and he wants to improve himself as well. So, and you can just see straight away off the bat that Ekatike, the way he controls the ball, the way he moves with the ball, his ideas, his awareness, his height, his strength, and he knows how to use it. Under pressure can control the ball. It's not coming back to him and as I don't know what to do, and the ball bounces back and all of that. No, unless a defender's just going crazy on him. Of course, you're human. You're not going to be able to control it that much, but you could see he's got that. And his finishing, we're going to find out. We're just going to find out on Sunday. I'm excited for it. I just don't want to see too much of the players that ain't got the quality as much, man. I really don't want to see too much of them unless it's the League Cup. Even then, I don't want no excuses. I want us to play the strongest team that we can play in every competition. So Rio should be playing in any competition. I don't care what competition it is. He has to play. Not all the time.
Starting.
Not all the time, no. But he has to play.
Yeah,
he has to play. He has to play every game. Like, even if he's coming as a sub, he has to play. Because he's shown that every time he started, he's only got better. There's nothing, it's not like, okay, this game he didn't really, it was just going like that. Until Anfield now, he scored in the first 5 minutes. The first thing he thought in his head is, that gap, I'm running there. Let me open up my body.
We ain't had a winger like that since Mane.
Boy, I would say even before that, I would say Sterling. Sterling was the last one. I feel like Mane was world class. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't like, I'm coming directly at you and I'm coming to make you do your work as a right back.
Mane is a proper old school winger. And I said that him and Ben Doak are proper wingers. What I classify as a winger, run at your man wingers.
Yeah,
take your man on.
Ben Doak
come inside and pass it all the time.
Ben Doak at the beginning, I thought this guy is going to be. His pace is electric. His the speed at when he touches the ball when he runs every single second is crazy, but there's something that he just doesn't have. That
he lacked a final thing where he lacked a pass or he lacked a shot. But I think he's improved that massively since coming back from Middlesbrough.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're lacking.
I can just still see something that is just like, now I see why they don't really like to play you as a substitution to Salah. When this guy has the tools to be on the bench, and when Salah's tired or he's playing up, bring this dude on. But I feel like maybe his confidence has gone. That every time he gets to when he has to show what he has to do in that last little bit, he fluffs his lines.
Remember, he's only young
Whereas,
as well. What is he? Is he 21? 2021? And
um,
Doc is he younger than that?
Doc, I think he's
19.
younger than that.
Yeah, might be
Might be
19 then.
19.
Might be 19. So that's what I'm saying. So he's a young lad as well. So he's
He's
still
a young
learning.
lad. He's still got loads of time. But once you hit 21, 22, I mean, even 19, bro, you should be, the confidence should be crazy. You should be showing that no one can touch me. But it still looks a bit, I don't know. I'm not sure where I am on the field, sort of thing. It's just weird. But Rio, he's he's ready for the bench at least. If he ain't starting, he's a bench guy, and he should come on as quickly as possible. Like if Gakpo is not doing what he's supposed to do, my friend, see you later, mate. And then let the youth come and do what he has to do.
You know, the best thing about Ngamoa is the fact that he's unpredictable. And that's what you want your wing, especially your flair players, your wingers, you want them to be unpredictable. Same with tens, I'd say with tens. Strikers should be, you've got different kind of strikers. You've got Imbian run strikers, you've got drop off strikers, but wingers should have everything you need to get past players, to shoot, to score, to cross it in. You should have everything that you need as a forward.
Yep.
And this is why PSG is so good. Because Dembele is unpredictable. Vratzikeli is unpredictable. Due is unpredictable. You don't know if he's going to go down the byline, get a cross in. Don't know if he's going to cut in, pass it. You don't know if he's directly run at you and come in and shoot. Rio can do it all. And that's why I saw Ben Doak as well. Ben Doak can go to the byline, cross it in. He can come inside and shoot. But Rio has absolutely all. The thing is with Diaz and Gakpo is they become quite predictable. This is why I got frustrated at Diaz in the end. He got very, very predictable. He had his games. He was unbelievable in his games. Like the Man City world game, like probably his best game I've seen him play. But it got really predictable. It was so easy to read as defender.
Yeah.
And as a winger, you can't be that. You cannot be that.
Yeah.
You've got to have the winger. You've got to have the fullback question. What are they going to do?
You're correct. But it's not just them, though. It's not just, well, Diaz is gone, so it don't even matter. But even when they were there, when he was there, it wasn't just Diaz and Gakpo. Salah as well. Salah is so predictable.
Yeah, he became it, didn't he? Until last season, I think he changed it a bit last season because he started adding a bit more passing to his game, a bit more creativity to his game.
Yeah, if you wanna talk about that, yeah, that's what's made him less
Predictable, yeah.
predictable. But he's the most predictable out of all three of them because I don't know what's happened. I feel like maybe because he's lost a yard of pace, or I don't know. They found Salah out a long time ago that he likes to cut in because he's not scored that type of goal for a long time where he cuts in top bins. So it's like every time, I don't remember the last time Salah successfully dribbled a defender without it like looking like it was like an accident. It was just, I don't know. Like I was just glad that Salah started doing through balls and long passes, and because that just made them feel like, okay, what is he gonna do now?
Do we stand off him? Do we get him?
Yeah. Because before
you
it
can
was
stand
like
off him. You can stand off him.
exactly. He'll do this, and then before you know it, the ball's gone. They've taken the ball off him, and then we're under a counter.
Yeah.
That used to happen so many times where Salah would just lose the ball, and then hey, we're on. They're countering us. So now he's added that to his game, and he's very like I say about his accuracy is about 80%, maybe even 90.
Which is what you really need, really, for creation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so now he's added that to his game. Oh, Verts has shown already that he's going to be doing that. He's just going to be finding them gaps, and then before you know it, Salah's putting through. And
some of the comments say Ben Doak doesn't think ahead like Rio. Doak just reacts on the opposition and dribbles past because he's physically and fast, sharp, but football brains Rio another level. At 16 as well. 16 was just ridiculous to have that football brain. It really is. And the touch, by the way, he's got a very good touch as well as Rio. The way he takes it on his stride, that you do teach that, but that is training after training after training. That's practice after practice. That is. Yeah. Don't forget to mention our kid Trey. Yeah, Trey Nyan is going to have a good team as well. And I think Trey Nyan is actually being put into the first team squad now. I hope he doesn't be a backup for centre back because he needs to be in centre midfield.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that was a bit of a boost to his morale. I don't think he played that great at centre back. To be honest, he made
a couple of good things. He didn't do bad, but he's not a centre back.
Yeah, he's not a centre back. He had nothing to really.
That one inception, and I think I saw like people online saying, like, "Oh, what a class inception!" I said this last week. People were like, "Oh, what a class!" It was a bad pass.
Yeah, really bad.
It was a bad
really
pass.
Bad pass.
Such an easy pass to make and all.
Yeah, so it's like those little things are like it happened for a reason. One, because he's not a centre back. He's thinking like a midfielder. So as soon as he saw a gap, he wanted to lace it right into the midfielder before the two attackers close in on it. And he's not even thought, I'm the last line. So once they get hold of that, it's a bit of a madness. He's thinking like a midfielder. So again, that happened a few times in the game. So it's like, it wasn't a great performance, but he's 18 years old. So you're not going to say...
It's not a position. Yeah.
Yeah.
The midfield is brilliant.
It's just a preseason game. But the only way you're going to get to experience grown-ass football is by playing in the games. And to play in centre-back against Atletico and still feel like it was a breeze, even though he made a few mistakes, it was still a breeze for him. And he should be proud of himself for that, because at the end of the day, he could have gone into midfield and had a nightmare. And then his confidence will be knocked. And then it's just a slow ladder back to the top again. And it's just, I'd rather him get on the way he got on, and he just continued to progress. So he's a first teamer now, so we'll see what happens with him. I do like him. I think he's a tidy player. I feel like he should be where Wirtz is in terms of position. So like if they're going to play in, I don't know, an FA Cup where we know we can win, but you can still play some teams, some players that are...
like Plymouth.
I mean,
that's kind of game you're thinking.
I mean, I don't even remember the team that we played against Plymouth.
It was a strong team, you know. Like Chiesa, Nunes. I can't think who else on wing that day. We had
Chiesa is a different thing, man. It's like they always put Chiesa in crazy positions. Like, I'm not even talking like around the pitch. I'm talking about like he hasn't played.
The timing of it.
Yeah, it's like he hasn't played, and then you just throw him in, and then expect him to do something.
Even Carabao Cup as well. Carabao Cup like last 10 minutes, wasn't it? Carabao Cup final. And he came on and scored.
It's weird for him. So of course his consistency is not going to be consistent, is it? It's just going to be very, very, very up and down. And I don't like the way how he was treated. I don't know what's gone on, because there's always two sides to a story. But I feel like he just looks like a nice guy. And
and he's definitely talented. Like he was on his days one of the best wingers in world football.
He was one of the most deadliest wingers in the world. And it's like, I don't understand how he's just being looked at like this. Because even I look at him now and I'm just like, this is not the same guy. Even the way he runs like he's lost. There's no, I don't know.
Smashers, like people said, Firebird, and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, it will help the channel grow if you hit that like button. And before we, also last 5 minutes of the stream, Derry Sources is here. So we definitely need a jingle for this. So Derry, through your sources, whatever you've heard or whatever came through earlier on when you looked elsewhere, just give me something like what are you predicting? How about that? What are you going to predict to happen next week in terms of transfers?
Well, I've already said that by the end of this week, we would hear news of Alexander Isak between now and the end of this week.
So Sunday, up to Sunday, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd say Sunday, early morning, Monday. So up until
early morning, Monday, possibly Tuesday, midday.
up to 6 a.m. in the morning, because then that's like the start of Monday. Yeah, you give it that time, and then we'll see what happens with Isak.
And if you ask in the comments, guys, Derry is not a politician. He might have politician answers, but he's not a politician.
And then with Gay, well, I feel like that's already done. It's just a matter of formalities. Quote by a certain person, but I do think that the centre back and the striker will be done.
So that is direct from Derry sources. So Gehi is pretty much done. It's just obviously dotting the I's, crossing the T's, club to club agreements. Verbal, I don't think verbal would ever be a problem in between. I think he was happy to come to Liverpool as Gehi. He's always said, look, he's happy. That's for reports anyway. So he's been happy to come to Liverpool or happy to stay another year and come next year. But is like the destination is probably Liverpool. And regarding Alexander Isak come to Derry, end of this week.
Yeah, I'm going to say
one second. There's more to that. There was more to that. End of this week, Sunday, early Monday morning.
Early Monday morning by 6 a.m.
By 6 a.m. That's it. That's our deadline now. That is our
That's
deadline.
the deadline. That's the deadline.
6 a.m. That is the deadline.
6 a.m.
That is the deadline. I don't know who is breaking news at 5 a.m. in the morning.
I'm just letting you know people are working while we're sleeping.
All right. Okay. So 6 a.m. the deadline. If it didn't go past that, Derry Sauces is going to tier 4. Tier 4 reliability. It's now currently on tier 2. It's straight down to tier 4 reliability.
At least, yeah, by that time, what we're waiting for is the medical.
All right. Okay. So that, by the way, is not an official. It's not an official from the club. It's a here we go or agreed deal by a journalist.
Yeah.
So 6 a.m. Monday morning. If it doesn't happen by there, Derry's sources goes down to tier 4 reliability. Also, guys, if you have noticed in the tracker at the bottom, the ticker at the bottom, we have got a fantasy football league at Talking Red. So if you love your fantasy football, FPL, get your teams in and join our league on our fantasy league, Talking Reds league. So at the bottom, you see there, fantasy Premier League code NKRUSU. So join in to our fantasy league, or if you look in the description of the video, there's a link, direct link. Click the link and you'll join our team. And like I said, we will be giving a prize out to the winner at the end of the season. And DB also said it was good to put something towards as well, the winner. So yeah, get involved in that. Get involved in the fantasy world and enjoy the battle between. Put your minds against our minds. See who knows their football. And don't forget to follow us throughout the season because we have got watch-alongs, we've got previews, we've got match reactions, we've got a lot more content streams this season. And also Hooks will be back at some point as well. Hooks is back in the building. I've been talking to him. I'm on holiday next week, so I won't be doing anything next week personally. But Hooks is back as well. So myself and Hooks will be doing our usual Liverpool Arsenal stream coming up. So Talking Reds is the place for you guys. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new for all your Liverpool content, and join us again tomorrow, hopefully maybe in the daytime in the morning. I'm going to do a stream. And tomorrow night, also for the preview of Crystal Palace against Liverpool for the Community Shield. Thank you everyone for watching tonight, guys. Remember, 6 a.m. Monday morning, Derry Sources deadline, tier 4. Have a great night, guys, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.